Hi, I'm RaDona from Boys and Girls Hairstyles. Today I have Amber here with me. She is a good friend. Her husband actually coaches with my husband wrestling. And so anyway, we have a lot of fun times. Amber's haircut is super cute. What I wanted to tell you guys is we would cut it once every month, just kind of trim it up. She wants to go more of a dramatic A-line. And so we let it go a couple months, let it grow out a little bit. So we're gonna keep the length in the front, but I'm gonna show you guys how to cut it so it will be more of a drastic A-line. Okay, so what we're gonna do for that is bring the middle up to where it's shorter. Okay, and you're gonna comb all this straight down to the neck. Okay, and you're gonna see how that's longer there. We're going to angle down to this point, okay? Back behind her ear. So we're taking this off. Okay, I'm just gonna trim that. Okay, so see how it's up in the middle and it comes down kind of on an angle that way? Same thing on this side. Comb all this down. And we are going to come from this length and angle up to that middle. And then, of course, when we dry it, we're gonna check back here. Because obviously when you are combing this straight down like this, what it can do is obviously change directions a little bit when the hair dries. So anyway, my point to that is this is the angle that you want down here to these sides. Okay, now what we're gonna do is barely, you can see this where we was, we're just gonna connect this. Barely, you do want those ends off a tiny, tiny bit so they'll keep growing, but you barely wanna take that. See that? I mean, it's just a little bit, but that's all you need. Okay, same thing here. She tilted her head on her own. That was awesome.
We've been doing it for a while.
Yeah. She's like, we've been doing this for a while. I know. She knows the routine. So right here, we're just going to trim this. Okay, and we're keeping all of that length. Okay, now what we're going to do is take from the middle of the ear, actually the top of the ear. And what I was thinking is the middle of the head right here. Now, the way she wants it more dramatic here, more drastic. Okay, you guys got it. Anyway, we're gonna hold it tighter up against her head here and hold out. So we're gonna take this off. Okay, same thing here. We're gonna hold this out. And just follow that guide point, which is the hair that you cut right before that. And if you can't see the line where you had just cut, then go ahead and take less hair back to cut, if that makes sense. So if you can't see that line of where you just cut, take a littler section to pull it back so you can see that hair in front of it. Now you can see that I'm holding this back. Okay, because when this goes to fall, I want it to fall. You hold it back, then you let go and it falls long. Okay, so same thing here. We are going to hold this Okay, hold this back. Again, that keeps that length on the sides and fronts. Or front, whatever you want to. Okay, then I'm going to hold this out. Seems like this side's a little longer, so I'm going to hold it up horizontal this way. And you can see that little bit of a line right there. And you'll be able to fill it if you hold that out. Okay, one more section. Like another inch, inch and a half section. I'm gonna hold this out. And you can see where I hold that out, where I've cut here. I'm gonna come out to this longer length here. The reason is because I want this to be as long as it can be, because when it goes to fall up front, we want that to fall longer so it has more of the dramatic A-line or drastic, whatever you want to call it. The D word. Dramatic, drastic, whatever. Okay, back this way. Same thing. Okay, hold all this from the ear back. And you can see once you get back to here, there's only a little bit to trim. That's because of the length on the side. Okay, same here. Amber, won't this feel good to have it like reshaped?
Yes.
It's probably been driving you nuts.
It's been driving me crazy trying to style the back.
Right, like trying to get it to go when it's...
It doesn't like to lay right.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing too with this A-line. It's so much easier to have that back short, like through this area. Then you don't have to deal with it, and then the sides just fall into it a lot better. Okay, so this next section, you can see that's the longest area of that top layer. So you're gonna go to there. And we're just barely trimming as I go around the head at a 90-degree angle. We're just trimming that because we want that long. So we're not taking that to make shorter layers. We want this long. So just trim it up a tiny bit. And you can see as I'm trimming it, I'm holding this back. Because if I hold it out this way, it can go a little bit shorter. But if I hold it back and up, then that length stays longer after you let it go. And then it falls forward. And then of course, if we even want it more drastic back here once we, dry it out and stuff, then you can go shorter. But you do want to make sure you talk to them and see how dramatic you want the A-line. Okay, see how I'm on an angle like this? That's what you want to do, because from this area to that top area, when you let it go, it's going to fall long, and that's what she's wanting. So just barely gonna trim this so we can keep that length that she's done so well to grow out. Okay, all of that, hold up, barely trim. Same on this side. And then we're going to give her some texture. So sometimes when it's longer and it kind of falls a little bit longer, you're gonna want, and some people will want their A-line, flat to their head, and that's great. Amber likes a little bit of fullness up through here, which that is one more little tip that I wanted to give you. When you do have fullness up through here, that's gonna give the A-line a little bit more shape also. It'll look more dramatic, drastic, however you say that word. Struggling with that word today. What is up? Okay, so you can see that I'm just kind of coming up through. This will give it some fullness throughout. That will feel good too, Amber.
Mm-hmm.
You have probably been, especially where she's used to having it cut every month. I've been thinking about you like, ooh, I bet she is not loving hair life right now.
It just took longer to style.
True. Longer to style, and so you can kind of see, you guys, how that's tight here, okay? So we're gonna dry this, see how it looks, and see if we need to take any more, any of the shears to it. Okay, the reason I am doing mousse is because it's going to give it volume. And that's what we like. Okay, so I'm going to blow dry it until it's about 80% dry, and then I'm gonna round brush it. That also is gonna give it the fullness. So we will do that now. Okay, you guys, so now I just round brushed this. So what I'm going to do is just take sections and then we'll flat iron. So I'm just gonna hold that out of the way. And you can see that I'm just pulling this down. This is also another way you can find out if you've cut it straight. If not, you're gonna see that it's a little off, especially like right here in your sides where it goes this way, you'll be able to see. So you can always double check your work when you're round brushing, or flat ironing after you round brush. Okay, so just gonna clip that out of the way. Yeah, that is looking fun, Amber. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be the look that you've been wanting. So instead of more of a bob A-line. So yep, this will be fun.
Something different.
Yes, exactly. Change it up a little, huh? Okay. All right, now. All right, yeah, it's looking good. Okay, we're going to back comb. Gonna hold this tight up here and go in, down, and out, kind of like a C shape. There is a link below with all the products, you know, that I love and things. We've just put them in one area. And like I say, I'm trying to get more of the stuff that I love in there. It's just taking time. So if there's something that you need advice on, or anything like that, let me know and I can help you. You doing good, Amber?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Sweet. And you can see I'm spraying underneath every section that I back comb. That helps keep it in. Okay, now this side. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn her to the mirror so I can see what I just did. Probably want to do that, right? Surprise. Okay. Obviously, you're going to want to check the two sides, make sure they're all good. Oh, that is so cute. Okay, I'm going to turn her so you guys can see how tight it is here and see how it comes fuller and then in more of a drastic A-line. So, okay, cute Amber. Okay, thanks you guys so much. We will chat next time and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, see ya.